YouTube, what's going on? So yeah, um, as you may know, I got rid of Hades. Um, Very upset about it. Nothing I can do about it now. The guy is selling the car again. Um, Pretty sure he's not saying everything that's wrong with the car though. I've seen a post. It does say exactly the same thing I sent to him. Same exact pictures I sent to him. But he failed to mention that fourth gear is out of that car. Um, I noticed it was going out little by little when I had it. I had it. It started maybe a week before I traded it off. But it really wasn't an issue for me because I never even got that far up in the gears. Not even when I was actually running it. But I'm saying it wasn't an issue for me, so I didn't care. But like I said, the car is up for sale again. Um, Maybe I'll see if I could try to get it back, but I doubt it. Um, because the way me and him left off on our terms, uh, he refused to tell me a lot about the car that I have now, which I traded for. Um, a lot of issues he forgot to mention, which is that the whole bottom of the car is pretty much somewhat rusted out. Most of the parts can be changed. I personally really don't want to go through all that, but push comes to shove, most likely I am going to keep this. If I do decide to get rid of it, um, I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm here now at the garage. Uh, Probably gonna drop the oil pan because it did have a rod knock, a light rod knock. Because when I first got it, kid said it was tuned on 10 pounds. When I ran it, it was only boosting up maybe 5 pounds. Um, but that was when the exhaust was on. It has 2.5 inch eBay downpipe, and then it goes to stock exhaust pretty much, and it was really holding back a lot. I took it off, decided um, to see what would happen if I took it off, and when I did that, I mean it opened up a lot, like a lot, and I really felt the power. But it still wasn't at 10 pounds though. It was about maybe 8, which still was pretty quick for what it was. But yeah, I'm gonna pretty much um, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna drop the oil pan, look at the rod bearings, see how they are. I already took the head off. I should have recorded that, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna pretty much just drop the oil pan, look at the rod bearings and all that, see how it is. Maybe if the crank's still usable, I'll use that. But if not, I'll probably just end up going to the junkyard or something and grabbing another one. But yeah, I'm gonna order the ACL. Well, no, I'm gonna order the King bearings off of eBay. I seen them for about 25 bucks. They're not too bad. Maybe just replace them and throw it all back together. Um, but I'm not sure exactly if I'm gonna keep the car just yet. I just right about now I'm just to the point where I just want to get it back up and running, um, and see what I can get for it. Try to trade it off or something. But if I don't get good offers or what I'm asking for, because I'm basing this off of maybe what I could have got off for the Accord. Um, but most likely I might just end up keeping it, completely gutting it out, and just use it as basically a money car, and just run it and do a couple races, see what it can do. Go get it retuned, and most likely, yeah. Look at this shit. These niggas is just pushing this car. Oh my goodness. But yeah, let me get in here. I'll show you guys in a minute. Hold on. Garage now. Uh, Here it is. Took it apart already. So it's messy in here. super messy. But yeah, I gotta clean it here really bad. Haven't been in here for about, I'd say, good couple weeks since my surgery. But here's the head. He did say it had ARP head studs. Yeah, which, as you may know, these are not ARP head studs. ARP head studs do not come with the top part attached to it. Um, they're just a thread with a bolt that goes with it. I'm saying it's got 440cc RC injectors, AM fuel rail, Skunk 2 Pro intake manifold. Uh, it's a full Z6, as you can see, full Z6. There you go, focus. But yeah, I opened it up. Noticed that it just had a light tick to it, which is the rod. I know it's a rod knock. I ended up going through all the cylinders, pushing them down, and number 4 cylinder, I pushed down and I heard the click, so I know it's number 4 cylinder that the rod bearing is completely out of. So while I have it out, still debating if I'm gonna paint the bay and clean it up somewhat, or just get it back up and running and see how it runs and then go from there. But I'm not sure if I even want to keep the car just yet, so it's like what to do with it. I just don't know. I don't really want to put too much money into it because that wasn't the plan with this car. I wasn't, honestly, don't know why I even traded it for. I should have just kept Hades better because it's a lot cleaner. Just because it was turbo, that's probably the reason why I'd seen it. But it's a complete mistake on my part that I did. So I really regret doing it. Hey, ¿cómo está? There goes my neighbor for my garage. But yeah, let me show you a little bit more of it. It did have wheels on it. There were some 15-inch wheels. But I did want to go with a sleeper look. So I ended up getting hubcaps and steelies. It did have I think it was M3 style mirrors. Had a full body kit. Has this race seat, which it was fine on the way coming up. It ended up, as soon as I got here, as soon as I stepped out of the car, it just like completely went all the way back and just snapped. So now it just pretty much just go back and forth. I actually have a bucket back there holding it so it doesn't go that far. It does have a duckbill. Didn't come on the car when I had it. It was sitting in the trunk of the car. It has the 50/50 tail lights. I ended up getting a stock back bumper, stock mirrors, stock side skirts, and a stock front bumper, which the front bumper looks like shit, but luckily I got it for free off my buddy. All the parts I got for free, so I didn't really complain. It has EK fog light covers on it, which they had EK fog lights on it, I guess. They cut the grill part, which I'm really upset about. Here is the full exhaust that he had on it, which looks pretty stock to me. Compared to this eBay downpipe that was on it. Here's the turbo. It is an eBay turbo. eBay wastegate. Not sure what manifold that is. I know it's a ram horn, but I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I don't know. It doesn't have any name brand or anything on it, so I don't know. Most likely it's an eBay also. It has these big ass freaking wires on it. They are OBX wires, which are extremely big for it. I don't like the way they look on the car or on the valve cover, how they sit on there. So I most likely will replace those. It had this for the turbo timer, which most likely there was a O2 sensor on this. I took it off. I was wondering what this was at first, but then I noticed that it was connected to the O2 sensor plug, and I just ripped it out because it wasn't working. It was complete shit. So it does have a half rad, aluminum half rad and everything. I did flat black it. It was an ugly, disgusting green. Um, you can probably see it on the front here. It was this green right here, a metallic-y green. But yeah, I'll post pictures of that also in the video, um, so that you can see what it looked like before and how it looks somewhat now. Let me get in here real quick, though. So it has full interior, which is gonna get gutted out. The panels are half-assed. It did have these little covers here, so you can put the carpet back on, which I'm not putting back on. I'm ripping the whole complete panel out. They did try to convert it over from manual to power windows, and kind of screwed myself over trying to get these clips off. There was the hinges that were holding it. I ended up taking them off, but I ended up shattering my window like an asshole. It's starting to hit on that. And yeah, I didn't like that, so I ended up taking it off. Has a boost gauge, um, white face cluster thing, whatever you want to call it. No radio, John Deere shifter. It does have the center console, as you see. This is exactly what the body kit that it had on, which is a Black Widow body kit. It had on. I have that piece, but I'm not putting it back on because the whole dash is coming out. It has this Apexi turbo timer. It's coming out also because I'm gonna not have all that mess in here. After I get the AM fuel, or the either AM or Innovate, um, air fuel ratio gauge, I'm gonna put in here. It does have a P28 computer, chipped and tuned. Um, but yeah, all this is getting taken out. Here is one of the door handles. I guess they like did that paint thing in the bucket and destroyed this completely, which are not getting used. It has no seat belts at all, so I ended up driving it back from Carlisle without anything. Um, it still has an airbag, I see. What else can I say? Um, bunch of change and bunch of crap in there. But it does have cup holders, actually. So I really do want to just keep this maybe in here. Either that, or I'm just going to sell it maybe. Because my brother-in-law has a coupe like this year. His is a 93 though. But yeah, it's all gonna get gutted out. I'm gonna actually get another seat. Most likely I might get NRG seat, which I was told they're uncomfortable, but I actually sat in one and they're pretty comfortable to me for what I'm gonna use it for. So I don't care. But yeah, it has also eBay coilovers and stock shocks, which are completely blown. I have to replace those. As you can see here, where it's mostly all completely rusted. That can be changed. All this dirt and everything. It's just complete mess in here. There is some screws when I was trying to take off the front end and everything. You can see it's really rusted. It's a shit box, so. But that's most likely what I'm gonna do with it. Um, I have all the intercooler piping and everything up here that is set for it. It's all eBay brand shit. So, um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get it back up and running, and see what I can do with it. Oh, here's the valve cover here. It's like disgusting yellow. Um, Head gasket and everything. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get back up and running at least. See how it runs. If it doesn't have the tick and everything back on it, I'm gonna pretty much just put it up for trade and see what offers I get for it. Um, I'm to the point just now where I just don't even want it no more. So I pretty much just want to start fresh. I know I'm gonna take a huge loss for it, but I'm saying it's not what I want. I don't know. I just guess it got to the point where I seen that it was turboed and it just like completely went right over my head, and I said fuck it, just do it. But I regret it now. Lesson learned. It won't happen again. If I do put so much money into a car and decide to want to get rid of it, I'll just sell it because it wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. I lost a lot. Um, but I'm saying everybody learns from their mistakes sometimes. But yeah, let me get to taking apart this oil pan. Um, get the oil pan off and see what's going on with the rod bearings. Try to drop all this down and get some work done here real quick, and I'll be right back. Emptying the oil, and as you can see, that is like disgustingly black. Like that's just nasty. It's horrible. Like that is bad. And it does have metal shavings in it. Or maybe that's from whenever I changed the last oil or something. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, this is the oil. It is coming out like nasty. It's just raw nasty. And pretty much I want to know who does this, because he pretty much kind of fucked me over. It's who puts a bung for the oil return right there, like literally right underneath of the screw. Like I could take it off, but it's just more freaking, it's nonsense. I don't know who would do that. It's retarded. But you can see all the rust, like the whole cross member bar underneath of it is just like completely shitty rust. Beat ass coilovers, shocks are blown, motor mounts are freaking shot. Like they welded this back on here. This car is just like complete garbage. Like seriously. Like I should have sat there and really looked it over. It does need an axle on that side, but it brought two brand new ones. So I'm just very, very disappointed in myself in doing this. Like worst mistake ever I've done in a long time. So, but yeah, let me get back to taking this back off again. So I got this far. Brought down this cradle. And yeah. All these bearings fell out. I see this one here. It's like crushed. Really bad. Like coming out there. Let's see a little focus right there. It's like horrible, so definitely gonna have to order these. And I found which piston 4 is the one slapping, so if you could hear that. But all the other ones are pretty decently okay. But this one here, you can see this right here, it's just like peeling out. So I'm guessing that's the bearing that's getting squashed in there, and most likely that one's gonna go out too. But so far The crank looks okay. So I'm hoping once I take all those off that they will be okay and the crank's still usable. So I really don't have to go through the struggle of finding another one. Um, but I'm not sure what flywheel this is. It looks like an upgraded one maybe. Not too sure. Oh, and in the oil pickup, as you can see, all those shavings, all those metal shavings in there, which I'm guessing are from the bearing. So I'm definitely gonna have to clean this out. You can see all this here, all these metal shavings. So that's probably most likely the bearing itself. But yeah, um, try to get all this finished up, and I'm gonna take this apart, and I'll get back to you guys. Yeah, I got all of the rod bearings off. I got the cradle. I got all the bottoms of the rods. Pulled the rods out and everything. Rods look good. Um, Pistons look okay. Piston rings are pretty much all fried. Here we go. I'll show you here. Um, Here's one of the pistons. Focus here. This is cylinder 1. It doesn't look too bad. Just needs wiped down pretty much, but it's not bad. Could still use them. I might not use them. I may just be ordering some Eagle rods maybe, or HBM rods maybe. Not sure yet. You can see this piston though was scraping up against there. I'm gonna have to measure inside of there and get the specs off of it and see if it's still good. See if the sleeves are still good, which they should still be alright. I'm sure that's all from the metal that went in there. This one has a little bit too, but I'm saying I'm gonna just most likely get new pistons and rods and just build this bottom end. They don't look too bad if you look at them. The crank is still usable. It looks bad, but it's really not. The crank itself, it's usable still. I'm gonna use that still. Probably get it looked at and see if I do need to get a new one or not. Um, Here's where you could see that the piston was hitting at. I'm saying it doesn't feel bad at all. Like it really doesn't. It just looks bad. But most likely I'll just could get away with rehoning the block or the sleeves. I mean, they all feel pretty decent. They're not bad at all. But yeah, here's the bearings. They are toasted, like fried. This is number 1, and number 4s. Where you can see that. It's really bad. They're like completely horrible. They're like horrible bad. Like all of them. So yeah, that is the problem. You can see in there. The cylinder wall, you can see it's not bad at all. But Yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much just uh, start ordering some shit. Uh, I'm debating whether just to get a new block for now and um, just build this block, or just build this block and just get it over with. But it's gonna take me a little longer. Um, I'm not just sure, not too sure just yet. Um, but we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna end it here, I guess. I'm gonna head home, go jump in the shower, go relax, go get something to eat. Really haven't eaten nothing today but M&Ms, and that's not too healthy. But um, hopefully, I'll start recording a lot more. And this is with my phone actually right now because I forgot to bring my camera with me. Um, but I will be using the camera a lot more often and posting a lot more videos because I do want to get my channel a lot bigger and see what it goes from there. You'll the next video you should see my buddy Mike, which he's usually around a lot. My right hand man right there, and you'll meet him next time, and we'll do show you his Integra he's been working on for less than a year, and it's really nice. Interior wise, it's all stock, but he has suspension, paint job, lip and stuff, and we just did a clutch on it not too long ago, and it's really nice. You'll check it out though on the next video, and I'll hit you guys up and keep you posted. Have a good day. Peace.
Young ass to college.
No.